Alaikum. You are listening to Ramadan FM on 87.7 FM. Welcome to our show, Voices of Tomorrow, where we will talk about issues of today from the perspective of young people. My name is Zaina Patel, and today I'm joined with...
My name is Mehek.
My name is Abdurrahman.
And today we are going to talk about the art of being positive and grateful. And I think there's a lot to talk about today.
There is a lot to talk about.
We're going to be talking
Definitely.
about new things that we haven't spoken about so far.
I feel we have done the show before in the previous years.
Yeah, but we've got new things. That we're gonna-
And also I don't think I was present during the
No,
shows.
you weren't.
So,
No.
Yeah, I
She
wasn't.
here for that show.
I only came last year.
This will be new for Mehek as
Yes,
well.
it will.
See, I'm forgetting things as well. I'm getting too old.
It's too old.
Okay, so let's start off with our first subtopic, which will be about resilience, which I don't know about you guys, but you know in secondary, even in primary, we had like the 5 R's.
The 5 R's.
And resilience was always part. Do you
Okay.
remember that?
I remember. I don't know. I remember.
We go to the
5
same
Rs.
school. This is very enforced at Judge Meadow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, resilience.
Resilience.
Yeah, you know, always making sure that you try your best, you never give up.
Perseverance is very important.
Perseverance. And I think another thing we're all taught, and also our listeners, if you're not taught about this, it's new for you. And I think it's really important that as young people we should know about this, because we're growing, we're going to be hearing new things, and it's up to us to make sure we are there to always take on these new things. So I think it's about a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, which we hear a lot about
We
as
do.
young people.
I know one of my teachers used to go on and on about instant gratification and deferred
Oh my
gratification.
goodness. Sociology.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very within sociology, and I feel like once we talk about it, I'll bring it
feel
up
like I'm
again.
the odd one out here.
We'll teach you. Even
We
our
will.
listeners, if you don't know, we'll teach you.
We
what
will
it
teach
is.
you, because I feel like this is a very important thing to remember and understand, because I feel like my perspective on things changed when I learnt about instant
Yeah.
gratification.
A lot about sociology.
A
too.
lot about sociology.
changed
It-
about how we think about things.
Definitely, in the way we act as well.
It kind of holds you accountable to things that you do, but there was never a name for it.
For it, yeah.
And sociology puts a name for it.
And not only does it put a name to it, but it teaches you how to avoid that as well.
Yeah, and the effects of you having those traits as well.
Because it
We
has
will
huge
talk about
effects.
this. We
Yes,
will unpack
okay.
this. Okay, so we have a fixed mindset. So things like when you view your intelligence, talent, and ability as something you are either born with or you are not. It's not something...
Intelligence is something you can learn
You
to
can learn.
You
get.
have to.
And then
Yeah.
this is what a growth mindset is about. It's about, you know, you view your intelligence and ability as things that are acquired with a great deal of effort and consistency. And that effort and the practice can change the brain in ways that make it easier to learn and grow, which I think is important for all of us to know.
Very. Because, okay, I know in primary I feel like we're constantly told that the smart people and the not so smart people. And you get to secondary, you realise education gives you a way to change your life.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
You can leave the cycle of poverty if you're in that. And of course there are times where you might think some people have better opportunities than you, but at the end of the day, okay, we live in the UK, everyone has a free education.
Of course, there's other things that can hold you
We should
back.
be
but
grateful as well, you know. Alhamdulillah, we have free
100%.
education.
Alhamdulillah, we
'Cause,
have.
like, you go like places like let's say India, Pakistan, Africa
Yeah.
as well. They have to pay for education. They don't get it for free like us.
They
Yeah.
don't.
So
It's true.
we should be grateful. Take that opportunity really good. Because like I've seen like people, they like go to school and just care less about the education. But like, you know, Allah's given us this gift, and we should, you know, use it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people go into school with the mindset school isn't for education, it's for friends.
And to make
Which-
memories.
Yeah.
Of course, make memories, make friends.
Yeah, it is there, that memories and bit.
And that is important. Don't leave
Isolate
one.
yourself,
You-
yeah.
Don't leave one and then commit to another. You
Yeah.
should have a balance of both. Like, yes,
But also remember why you're there. in
exactly.
school.
Try hard in education. Try hard in your lessons. Do your homework. Do exam practice.
Come teaching them heck.
Because the thing is at the end of the day, if you don't do those things, if you don't revise, if you don't study, if you don't do well in your exams, it's not going to affect anyone but you.
But
Forget your
you.
friends.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, if have your friends there because you need them to support you during those exam times, during the hard times. But ultimately, it's up to you how you do, because it's how you work hard, and it's going to be on you at the end of the day.
And that also links to, in my opinion, if you work hard in school, right, and you try hard in your lessons, you'll make friends with people who do the same things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that will push you to
It'll
do more
influence
of that.
you,
And
yeah.
it's like, it links back to what we spoke about in one of our first shows, that your friend group around, the people around you
Yeah.
really
We're going to
matter.
be talking about that today.
Yeah.
As well. So also part of this resilience topic, I wanted to talk about always keeping in your head that you can do this and not to give up, because I think a lot of people are like, we can talk about instant and deferred gratification now, which, do you want to?
Yeah, okay. So let me quickly explain.
Mehek, before you start,
Okay.
I have to put the number in. If you do want to call in or you want to show us that you are listening, please call in the number 0116 4822 You can also text on the number 077 488 55055.
And we are live on Facebook and
Instagram.
YouTube.
Live on Facebook and YouTube.
We're no longer live on
TikTok. No,
so
sadly.
you will find us there.
Okay, so instant gratification and deferred gratification. Now, for people who are listening or watching, I'm going to quickly explain what it is and we can link it back to resilience. So having an instant gratification mindset is believing that your short-term rewards, I guess, are better than your long-term ones. And let me give an example to make it make sense. You have exams coming up. Yeah, this is a little analogy. You have exams coming up in like a week, and the newest PS5 game has come out, Spider-Man. I don't know. Right, I'm looking at Abdul Rahman here.
I don't play it. Don't ask me.
And you're thinking, okay, but in a week, all my friends would have played it, and I wouldn't. So I'm gonna feel left out. But I've also got exams in a week. What's more important? Those with an instant gratification mindset will choose to play that game just to, be able to socialize with their friends about it and talk about it.
Because they'll see the rewards right there.
Right then. And then not do as well in their exams or fail their exams because they put something that was so artificial over something that is actually quite important. Having a deferred gratification will be understanding that you have exams in a week and that you know that game will be there for a very, very long time. You don't need to play that game right now. You can do it after your exams are over and then get your grades and be happy. And who knows, after you get your grades, you might get another award. It might be the next newest PS5
and
game
also
come out.
knowing in your head, like, that feeling that you got those good grades, that's a feeling you can never be.
And it's so
never be
true
taken
because
away
when
from
you do get good grades, it feels good. It feels
feels so
really good.
good.
But that feeling when your parents are proud as well.
Exactly.
That just feels too good, man.
And then it shows that those long-term effects and the deferred gratification pays off way more than instant gratification.
Yeah.
And you
I
can
think that's a big lesson we need to learn as young
100%.
Because it's not too late to change your mindset.
It's never
Yeah.
too late to
It really
change.
is not. Like, alhamdulillah, we've been blessed, me and you, with being able to learn this in sociology. And this is another reason why I say I think it should be compulsory, that everyone should do sociology.
100%. Sociology is so important.
It's so important. It teaches you literally so much about
It
you.
teaches you so much about yourself and the way the
Yeah.
world is around you. Because I can say this, I can promise this, that some people, yes, they might not need to work as hard to get the grades. And some people might need to work harder than others to get the grades. But when you get the grades, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's all worth it. And there's a reason that the UK makes education free, because they want that chance for everyone.
Yeah.
So then we'll talk about also, we talked about how some people might get, talking about someone, if you have that deferred gratification mindset, inshallah, you'll get the good grades.
Inshallah.
And let's say you're someone who also worked hard, but you never got those good grades. I think another big lesson we need to learn is comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop comparing yourself to other people, because you never know. Like, we said this so much. You never know what someone else is going through. 1. 2, no one is the same and no one is
Yeah.
perfect. Once you might not get the same grades as your friends around you, and you might put yourself down for it. But then the next time, use it as a form to work harder.
Yeah.
Use it. This is links to perseverance and resilience as well. Use it as a form to work harder. Don't just give up because that one time you didn't get as
Yeah.
much as
Also,
you wanted.
I do want to say, like, Islamically as well, we shouldn't be, like, jealous
Yeah.
of other people, like, of course, I won't lie, it is kind of nature for everyone to feel a bit of that jealousy in their heart, but
Yeah.
go to that person and say, I'm so happy for you, and not in a cruel way, not in like
Passive aggressive.
yeah, in a way where you genuinely force yourself to be happy for them,
Yeah.
because then that jealous side just won't come out. It'll just stay inside
100%.
you.
And I know that might sometimes feel hard as well, because that's not an easy thing to do, knowing that the people around you are getting so good and you're stuck in the same place, or you're getting worse even. But
Allah does what's best for you.
Allah does what's best for you, and everything does happen for a reason. Certain things are put into our lives as lessons or ways for us to learn from our mistakes and teach us that there is something better there for us. So if you don't get the grades that you want, or you don't get into the college of your choice, because I know that might rejection is
sometimes redirection.
100%. And I know, like, sometimes, like, I know for me as well, college is now a thing. You're going to have university coming up. You will also have college coming up. Getting rejected from college and certain things like that, it doesn't always have to be a negative thing. Yeah. It's only happening to you because Allah wants that to happen to you.
Though, that feeling does hurt.
It does, 100%.
I feel like you will feel really, really confident that you'll get in.
Yeah.
And then you'll get that email or you get that letter in the post saying you haven't been accepted, and you'll be like, what?
What did I do? How did I do better?
How do I, like, what did I do so wrong? And I think it's also like another big thing. Also getting feedback. You know, instead of just being like, no, you've done it wrong, you've got it wrong, I should be accepted. Instead of just being really aggressive about it, why not ask for feedback?
Yeah.
Because this life is just about growth, learning more about yourself. This is your first time you've been living. You know, you're not going to be perfect the first time. You need to make sure you're always learning and growing as a person. And the only way you can do that is by sometimes getting that constructive criticism. As much as you don't enjoy it and you don't like it, and someone's criticizing you, no one likes it.
And you know what, I'm gonna own up to this as well. I struggle a lot to take negative criticism.
Same.
It's quite bad, I know, but I don't enjoy that feeling of people telling me that I'm not good enough, kind of thing, because everyone wants to be perfect. Like, it's not like, I feel like that's a mutual feeling with everyone listening and watching as well. Everyone wants to be perfect, but we need to understand that we're not perfect, and there's always room for us to grow.
Yeah, that's true.
Going back to resilience though, like Islamic wise, we've said this before, but like making dua as well, like even if you don't get that thing, you still make dua, still have the resilience. You know, one day inshallah Allah will give you what is best for you.
And I think there's so many stories as well.
100%.
Like where
scooter story.
Where, like, okay, not the scooter story this time, but as in stories of the prophets and, you know, their wives, where they've shown so much resilience. Yeah. You know, like, for example, the story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, where he was told to, you know, slaughter his son. That resilience in your heart, knowing that, like, I guess you can call it resilience, but you can also call it so much faith in Allah.
And that links to
we're also going to be talking about a lot of what we're talking about in this resilience.
It's all linked.
We're going to touch upon in our other topics today. But, you know, I think it's also about having a lot of faith, and a lot of it comes from praying to Allah and always turning to Him in your hardest times. Because a lot of the time, I think we're talking about right now where you turn to Allah in your hard times. Yes, we should. And this is kind of going off what we're talking about. But also, Islamically, we should also go to Allah during our times where we have got what we wanted. You know?
Just like spend that time to be like grateful to Allah. Like,
gratitude is such a big thing in Islam. I feel like we don't really recognize that as much. Yes, okay, tend to Allah for forgiveness and for to help you and stuff. But why only go to Allah when you need help? Why not go to Allah when you want to be grateful and show that you're grateful for the things that He's given to you? Because we have so many things in our lives that we don't realize how important it is. And I remember, like, my best friend was talking about this yesterday, actually. We have so many opportunities, so many in comparison to people who, there are so many things going on in the world right now. Exactly. To talk to everyone about things that we see as important. We have education, we have free healthcare, we have these opportunities. We can go out, we can eat. We have a roof over our heads. We have loving families. We have people that we know love and care for us. Alhamdulillah for everything, of course. And it's important to show that gratitude and thank Allah for everything that He has given us. And sometimes we might look at other people, they have this, why do I not have that? And links back to comparison is the thief of joy. You will never be happy if you constantly compare yourself to other people. It's impossible. There will always be someone that has something more than you. Always. And you can't let that get to you.
Sometimes Allah does it as a test for you as well.
100%. Remember the story of Prophet Ayub alayhi salam?
Oh yeah.
Of course,
yes.
All of that hardship, suffering,
he went through.
Your kids are taken away from you. Your wealth is taken away from you.
That resilience.
The resilience he did, and he continued with his ibadah, continued with his prayers.
And I think another important part about this story as well is, like, I think we can also say that all of this, he went through all of this, but he wasn't ever negative. He was never didn't show gratitude. Before all of this was taken away from him, he was never rude or went against Islam. You know, he was always within the restraints of Islam, and even then all of that was taken away from him.
And he still showed gratitude.
He still showed gratitude. Do you want to talk about
the next topic?
The next topic, friends, because I feel like that's quite
It's
important.
relevant to a lot of our.
Yeah. So for friends, it's important to have people you can confide in. Having caring, supportive people around you acts as a protective factor during times of crisis. While simply talking about a situation with a friend or loved one will not make your troubles go away, it allows you to share your feelings, get support, receive positive and negative feedback, and come up with practical solutions to your problems.
Yeah, I think that's really important.
Very important. Having good people around you is detrimental into your
Yeah.
life and the way you
Yeah.
look at life.
I think in secondary school, especially, right, I think you're going through that phase where you stop listening to your parents. Everyone goes through that phase. They don't listen to what their parents have to say, their advice, and we take what our friends have to say to heart a lot, and we take their advice and what they do to heart a lot. So I think it's making sure you have friends who are telling you to do the right things.
And also, I want to quickly say, it's also your friend's first time living. Okay, they don't know everything. So as much as, yes, have your friends around you, take their advice into account. Only take it into account if it's not good advice. And I know sometimes it's hard to separate good advice from bad advice, but if it's, okay, the way my brother says it to me, if it goes against Islam, don't do it.
Yeah.
And that might be hard sometimes, but if it goes against Islam and it's advice that goes against Islam, don't do it.
Sometimes it can be so hard. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, all your friends will be doing
100%.
that thing.
Yeah.
But Islamically, we know in our hearts that it's wrong. Like, we shouldn't be doing it. So I think it's just knowing that in your heart.
But even when it comes to advice as well, like you should like take in all the advice and just like bring it together, if you know.
Find like an average, like a mean point kind of thing.
So it's good to get as much advice as possible
Yeah.
to like get the best solution or
Yeah.
the best outcome.
And don't base your life on the way other people are living their life, because everyone lives their life differently. Everyone has different factors in their life. Consider all your factors and then move forward from there.
Yeah.
We got a message. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Jazakallah for tuning in. We do want to hear more
At
from
least
you
we
guys.
know there's someone out there who's listening.
Do you want to plug on the number?
Yeah, go on, Abdurrahman.
The number is 0116-4822-086. And the text number is 077-488-55055. I swear that number never gets old, man.
Never.
I-
It sticks in my head.
YouTube and on Facebook.
And I
So make
also
sure you tune
wanted
in.
to say, what did I want to say?
Should we go on to the next topic? And then maybe it'll come back.
Maybe it'll come back to me. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
We're going to talk about verification of news and fake news. And this links perfectly
Very
to
important.
our next topic
Yeah.
about social media as well.
Definitely.
Which I'm surprised we haven't spoken about this.
100%.
'Cause it's a
I
big-
think we've touched upon it in like
yeah, but
other shows.
we've never done a whole section
on it.
before.
And I think this is an important topic to talk about.
So verification of news and fake news. Take everything with a pinch of salt and don't spread rumors, because first of all, it probably has nothing to do with you, and second of all, it hasn't been verified. So how can you spread something that you don't even know if it's true?
Rumors are so impactful into a person's life, and it links to something we used to talk about before in our previous show. I'm not sure which one. Do not judge a person based on what other people are telling you about that person. It could be complete lies. Only develop a perception on someone
From your own
experiences, because I know there's certain people I can think of actually that have developed a perception on another person, but they've never had a conversation with them. Never had a conversation with them. Or it's like their friends don't like that person, so therefore they don't like that person.
You know what I hate, yeah? It's just like when I've seen like when there's like some like new person or someone, yeah, and then people spread false rumors about them.
Well, I just don't like them because they're new.
Yeah, and they're just saying they're going to out on their own.
They've come from another school. They've had things from the other school.
100%.
And I think it's really relevant to our age group as well, because everyone is going through this. Everyone will be in a school where a new person will join. Forget even a new person. There'll be someone who has gone through a friendship breakup. They've gone through some sort of fight or argument with friends, and you know, everyone will choose a side, and people will have never spoken to the person who's by themselves, or you know, they'll just never speak to them. They'll just hear from the outside or have watched from the outside. And it's important to know that how as a person, if you are going to change, how are you going to change if everyone just hates you?
Exactly.
How are you going to change and become this better person if you are a bad person that everyone is saying you are? How are you supposed to become this better person? If everyone is just judging you on your past mistakes?
I need to emphasize that you are judging the person, you are not helping them. You're not helping them change whatsoever. If anything, you're making them feel a lot worse about themselves.
Sometimes like people, they spread false rumors because they're jealous of the person.
Exactly.
Like they may have something like that you don't have, and then they start spreading like false rumors just to make them look bad.
I want to stress something to everyone listening and watching, to stop getting involved in other people's lives and focus on your own life, because it's your own life for a reason. Let other people live their lives the way they want to, because it doesn't affect you whatsoever. Stop spreading rumors, stop getting involved in drama.
I think this links to our topic before as well, you know, focus on your own life, because it's going to be you who's going to be accountable 100%. For what you achieve at the end.
And we spoke about this first 2 shows, and I said this multiple times today as well. You never know what someone else is going through. Their life could be so hard right now, and you're doing nothing but making it worse.
And they might not have even told their friends.
Exactly. And sometimes they might, I know, like, sometimes it might feel hard to speak to someone about what you're going through. I feel like every teenager as well has gone through that, where they feel like they're alone or isolated. And if you do feel like that, Allah is always there for you to Allah is always listening. If you feel like you can't speak to your friends, your family, let me say yes, you can.
That prayer,
but that musalla is there. Just pray and get everything out on the musalla.
I feel like when I do that, then like just release myself.
It's a weight lifted off your shoulders.
It's a weight lifted off
100%.
And I think also verification of news and fake news links very perfectly with our next topic of social media. The effects of social media and how much of an impact it has on our lives, in terms of the time we spend on there, small businesses and growing small businesses, study tips, which are very, very relevant for us, and impacts on our career choices. There's a lot of positive and negative effects of social media. Let's start with the positive ones. I touched on some of them. You know, a lot of small businesses now use social media is such a perfect way to grow
like as in, I would know, I have, alhamdulillah, I've started my own business before, and social media is one of the easiest way social media is one of the easiest way to promote your business and get it out there, because let's be honest, our generation, our age group, it's very much focused on social media. That's one of our main focal points of communication and entertainment, which I feel like we'll talk about the negative impacts, but one of the positive impacts is that we can get the words out there. We can, and whether it's about businesses or whether it's about stuff that we see as important, social media is very much there.
I do want to say something on our topic that we spoke about before, friends, because I don't think we spoke about this, but knowing what a good friend looks like and what a toxic friendship looks like. And I don't know if what characteristics would you guys say make up a toxic friendship?
One thing I want to say is not standing by you through the good and the bad, just only supporting you through the good. There are ups and downs in everyone's lives, and toxic friends, they would leave you in an instant, and they would believe what other people are saying about you. If you are a good friend, a true friend, and a person that's very much, or a best friend, you're not going to listen to what other people might say about that person. And if it's, for example, if it's your best friend is saying these things about you, and this other person saying these things about you, and pitting you against each other, speak about it, communicate. If there's no communication, and if there's a lack of trust, it's not a good friendship.
Also, I think having friends who you know you can talk to and help them become a better person. If you can't talk to your friend about being a better person, things that they know they've done wrong and you can't tell them that they've done wrong. You know those friendships where you tell them, you did that well, you did so well, like alhamdulillah, mashallah, but you know deep down that was not good.
That was not good.
What you just did was not very good. If you can't tell them what they did was good, how are you going to call that a friendship? Because as a friendship, you're supposed to tell them what they've done wrong, and you're supposed to stick with them even when they have done wrong.
100%. And also, it's like improving your friends' lives whilst improving your own. No one's asking you to change a person. I feel like my friends tell me this a lot because I try to do it a lot, change someone for the better. But when they don't want to be changed, they don't want to be changed. Tell that person, I need to communicate better with you. I need that communication because clearly it's not working. If they choose not to change, then you leave that friendship.
Yeah, and I think in our generation, like, of course, if you are in a toxic friendship and you've tried, leave. But a lot of people don't even try. You know, I think if you've been with that person for so much time, you've invested so much of your time in them. You know, communicate, give them one chance. You know, always give them the benefit of the doubt. You know,
that's very important.
You haven't spoken to them about this thing. You can't just expect them to, just change without you
100%.
communicating it with
And
them.
I want to say, yes, give them chances. Don't give too many chances.
Yes,
because
they will walk all over you.
100% learn your lessons, please. Oh, we've gotten a message.
Long message.
Really enjoying this segment. I'm in my early 20s, but mashallah, it's really nice to see kids nowadays bring Islam into the picture and navigate their life accordingly. Even though it's been 10 years since I was at that age, I can relate to all the advice being given. Inshallah, the kids listening will really benefit. Allahumma barik. Jazakallah so much. I think that's actually made my day.
I think that's one of the best messages.
100%.
That's such
Very
a nice-
thoughtful, you know, like very like detailed.
And please, if anyone else wants to have input into the show, please do and call in on 0116 4822 086 or text on 077 488 55055.
We are also live on YouTube and Facebook.
Like we were saying, do not give too many chances because people will walk all over you. It's very easy to take advantage of certain people. You might think you're being nice, you might think you're being a good friend, but a good friend, yes, would give them opportunity to change. You need to make sure you understand and remember that some people just don't want to change.
I know
and
this
that's not your
isn't
people.
on our show plan, but I want to talk about online friends because, you know, the social media plays such a big part in our life now, and this isn't on our show plan, but I do want to talk about it with you guys. You know, friends and making friends from social media. Now, I know a lot of us will know people from other schools, other colleges, and a lot of the time, the way we will find out about them or make friends with them is through social media. And or even if you do not know them from social media, you've never known them by face, you've just spoken to them through text or messages, it's important to stay safe online. It's a very big part because I think
Especially like for us kids nowadays, we don't have that like that knowledge. Like
we're very
not that-
naive.
Very
Yeah.
Very
naive.
naive. I think
Like,
we
even
think
the younger generation as well, they're not getting as much information as we. You remember like Stranger Danger,
Yes.
everything.
Yeah, and I don't want to say too much about this topic because I don't really have a lot of knowledge in this topic, but I want to say that do not go out your way to talk to someone that you can't verify is a real person.
Yeah, I think that's something we can say.
We
with,
can,
you know,
yeah.
don't talk to someone unless you know who you are talking to.
And exactly, and make sure you remember that, okay, on social media, you're not really seeing someone face to face, you're seeing just text messages coming through.
Yeah.
Make sure you know that they're just text messages and don't get yourself too invested and attached to just a text message unless you have actually seen the person or
You know the person in real life.
Yeah.
You know, you're friends with them in real life.
exactly,
You know what
or
they
you,
are like.
or you know their friends, or you know their family, either one.
You hear a lot of like stories nowadays of
Yeah.
young people our age, you know, believing things that they see, believing people who are trying to make friends with them on social media, and it's scary, you know. We need to make sure we are sharing that knowledge with you guys as well, making sure you verify who you are talking to.
Please stay
and
safe
staying
if you're
safe.
using please stay safe if you're using social media.
Okay, and also let's go back onto the positive side.
Yes, okay.
So we talked about small businesses, growing them. Also things like study tips, not just study tips, also travel tips. You know, where to go to eat, the best places to eat in a place.
I know we all use them.
I think people don't go to, for example, TikTok. I think TikTok plays a big part
100%.
in a lot of people's lives nowadays. It's gone so big over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I know me, I don't even go to Google anymore.
TikTok is the search engine.
You know, to find all of these places. And I think it's because it's
I
a lot
can't
of...
relate. Google is OG, you know. Google was there
True.
before TikTok was. You know?
I think I prefer TikTok though, because... not just TikTok, but other social media platforms, because it's a lot of people's opinions. And now because of how many people use it as well, a lot of people just share that. A lot of people share their opinions on Instagram and on TikTok more than they do on Google reviews.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like I don't really trust Google reviews, if I'm being honest. I trust TikTok more because I see someone speaking about it.
Their video, them filming the food.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, yes, once again, social media can be fake. It could be a sponsored ad. It could be them getting paid to do their promotion. But that's why you use multiple videos to double check your resources.
You always double check your sources.
But I know, like, for food places and stuff, if I'm ever struggling where I want to go to eat from like a celebration thing, TikTok and see what's the newest food places that's just
Yeah.
open and see if it's nice or
Even
not.
like the new food trends as well, like
100%.
Oh my gosh, guys, the new food trends. Can we just talk about the Dubai chocolate? Like, this is getting out of hand now. It's actually
it's
getting out of hand.
overrated.
You know
No,
what?
wait.
My dad makes Dubai chocolate at home. Like, I'm not
It's
kidding.
nice, but everything, guys, come on. I've seen
Everything's
this
Dubai in front of it.
I saw this thing where people are making like now like Dubai chocolate pasta. Have you lost your mind? Like,
They just put kanafe and pistachio.
yes, people have lost their minds now. It's getting out of hand. I'm sorry, how are you
Because
finding that?
because
nice?
now that you said that, I kind of look you want to try it.
No,
Like
no.
Dubai chocolate pasta. That sounds nice.
But to be honest, yeah, Dubai chocolate, like even when I tried it first, I just didn't like it because like it's just like
Yeah.
I would prefer the original kunafa, you know, like
Yeah.
Okay, I can't lie. I can't say much because all my Dubai chocolate has been BTEC. I can't actually have Dubai chocolate because I'm allergic to pistachios. So don't laugh at me.
you know, I feel really sorry for you. Like,
So I just have the Nutella version. But you know what? The Nutella version is very nice.
I can imagine that would be nice.
Yeah, and the thing is, we bought it online once. Didn't like it. But then my dad makes it at home, and it's so good. Like, shout out to my dad for making Dubai chocolate at home because he knows I love it.
But I think there's
have
links
you
to...
not seen the new thing like the Ahmed Al-Zamaki?
Oh my goodness me.
The
I
what?
have to
My
make that.
sister made that.
The what?
Okay,
what-
so
wait.
it's for the viewers if you don't know what we're talking about. It's
Apparently I don't either.
new thing that has gone viral. Again, I think it's from Dubai.
Maybe I don't even
think-
know.
What is Dubai doing to it
I
in this
know, right?
country?
All these social media trends.
A lot of
but it's
influence,
basically
you know.
just cake,
It's Middle East.
cream, and then Cocoa Pops on top.
Yeah.
I have seen this. It looks like tiramisu, doesn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes, I have
had
seen
that
this.
literally the other day.
Yeah. But I
Is
feel
it
like
nice?
It's really nice though. Actually, it's just
Is
the
it a
Cocoa
bit...
Pops got soggy.
Yo, this
That's the
reminds
only
me
thing.
of our last year. We did a show about halal traveling. And I remember you asking me, "Oh my heck, this year, like in the next year, do you think you'll still want to go to Dubai?" If anything, these trends have made me want to go to Dubai even more. Like, I genuinely want to go to Dubai, try all the trends out,
Maybe
and
this
come
is
back.
Dubai just trying to get everyone to come
Yeah.
visit them.
It's working.
It is working.
It's working. I want to come. I want to go to Dubai. Anyway, let's move on to our actual topics.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot about the positive impact
Yeah.
it has on our lives, but
No,
let's
no.
talk about some of the negative impacts it has. We
'Cause it
talked
has a lot.
about how much time it wastes of our lives.
So much time, and also it's the idea that we have such a short attention span now, and
Yeah.
it's really bad. I mean, I've seen these like facts and figures about how kids growing up, like not kids as in younger than us, growing up on social media, on TikTok.
Have you seen the iPad kids?
So,
iPad
it's
kid-
so
oh my
bad,
goodness.
and
This
this
I saw this one video, yeah. It was like, my kid needs a good 12 to 13 hours of iPad every day.
no.
And, it's like taking my iPad kid on a flight, yeah. It's like in business class, yeah. And
This
you
is
just-
this is the thing.
it's
It's
not
not
good.
good. It's not good because
Especially
these
for your
kids
vision as
these
well.
kids aren't reading. They're not learning. They're not doing phonics. They're picking up slang.
I don't know about you guys, but did you ever grow up with like? Because I know I had a device, but I never used it. Like it was
Yeah,
just
I only-
underneath my sofa. Just
yeah.
lying
You know what device it was? You know those like, I don't know if you don't know, but like those like Arabic like laptops. So you used to,
Yeah, I
And then
remember
you used to be like-
those.
and you used to press the button. You used to be like, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitan."
Yeah, I remember that.
The thing is, okay, I kind of my brother's devices I used to be able to use here and there, but then I ended up breaking all his devices, like just smashing them as a
Why?
child. Well, it wasn't on purpose. I was just a
Oh.
baby. I was like 6, yeah, and I just broke all of his devices, like his Nintendo DS, his PSP, my brother's iPad.
Wow.
Yeah,
How does he feel about that now?
not great. I still get it to this day.
I mean, I'd be angry as well personally.
I mean, it's okay
But
because
you were 6 years old.
I was
It's-
6 years
it's-
old.
It's understandable.
it's excusable, right? It's fine. I was doing it because I cared about him, and I was like, these devices aren't
There we
good.
go. It
These
wastes
devices,
your time.
it wasted your time, and so
does,
therefore I
yeah.
broke everything.
I have a friend, and if my friend's listening, she'll know. She'll know I'm talking about her. But talking about the short attention span, she
Is
has
this targeting?
to be on her iPad whilst also being on her phone. So altogether, her screen time surpasses 24 hours because of both of
Ya
it together.
Allah. This is the thing,
How
though.
can you do that though? Like,
You know what?
It's
You
so
know what?
bad.
But this is the thing. We've gotten ourselves into the situation.
Mm-hmm.
We've chosen to download TikTok. We've chosen to download
Yeah.
Instagram with Instagram Reels on it, and YouTube. I know so many people who can't watch through like a 30-minute YouTube video,
Yeah.
and it's
Even like revision
bad.
videos, I can't like
To
talking. Yeah, like
2x speed, yeah.
I have to watch it on 2 times speed.
And okay, sometimes we might be like, oh, we might make the excuse, that's just to save time because I don't have enough time to revise. We all know that we're only doing it because we can't concentrate for a long time now. And that's really bad.
big
It's
problem.
gone down over the
But
years.
you know what? I feel like it's affected us as in our age group, but the younger generation, as in younger than us, like the 7-year-olds, the 8-year-olds.
That's all they've grown up with.
That's all they've grown up. They haven't grown up to Biff, Kip and Chip books. If you know what I'm on about.
Remember the Hungry Caterpillar one?
Yeah, the Hungry
That was my
Caterpillar.
favourite
Like,
Did you ever see that book with the really shiny fish on the front cover?
yes, the rainbow fish.
The rainbow fish, yeah.
This is the thing. They
Like,
don't
this is
grow
all
up with
coming
these
back to
things.
us, you know, childhood memories.
Why are we having nostalgia at our age?
I know, right? That's kind of crazy.
That's kind of crazy. No, but going back to what I was saying, they're not growing up with that. They're growing up with even the idea of a Kindle at the age of 5.
that
I
is
don't
true.
like it. Use proper reading books with a
I feel
paperback.
like there's a difference between reading actual books
Then
to
a
reading
Kindle.
on a screen.
Only use a Kindle if you're like traveling. You can't carry so many books with you.
Look,
That makes sense.
Forget iPads. I've seen 7-year-olds with
With
their
phones,
own phone.
with
Oh my
iPhone,
gosh.
the newest iPhone.
the
It doesn't
new-
make sense.
Even in Tarawih as well, yeah. The other day, I saw some kid. Yeah, you know the Roku Sky, you know the Roku Skywers. I don't know if you like know that term, but like
Oh,
they
okay,
spe-
yes,
they-
yes,
and then
yes.
as soon as like the imam's like Allahu Akbar, and then they all jump up, yeah, and like because like then your salah still counts in it.
Yeah.
So like these lot are on their phone, yeah, and then he puts in his pocket. I'm like, oh, I thought it was gonna be his dad's phone, yeah, and then he puts in his pocket multiple times, yeah, and after time, and I'm like.
And
Like,
this is the
what's
thing.
new generation.
This is the
man?
thing. I see year 7s with
Guys,
the newest
we're-
iPhone.
I think we're talking too much about the younger. We're still young.
We're still young. We're
We
still
still-
young.
But
We're
we're
still
talking
young.
about the even younger generation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And I think I was talking to my dad about this actually, and he was like, I remember the times when having a mobile phone was just about calling people
Yeah.
and texting people. It was never about social media. Now, that's probably one of the last things we think about when we think of a mobile phone, you know? We think about social media, things like that, watching videos. So we also need to look up at what we use. And I think there's a lot of ways we can combat this as well. Like we have things like screen time, which, you know, for example, me, myself, not even my parents, but I think the first step is recognizing you have a problem
Yeah.
and then combating that problem,
100%.
which is
You know,
probably
there's
just...
one thing though that I realized because my brother put screen time on his TikTok, innit? So now I was just wondering, and I was just looking, yeah, and then it's like, you know, the screen time password. It comes up the screen time password.
they tell you the password.
They
But
tell
for
you the
example,
password.
a way to combat that is like, for example, I know my friend has told one of her other friends to create a new password for her, and she doesn't know the password.
That's smart. That's
So
smart.
if you have that within you, knowing you have that problem, why don't you make these solutions for
Yeah.
yourself? Or even like, if you know you have to revise, or you know you have to pray, you have things to do, just give in your phone to your parent. Be like, just
Yeah.
don't give it back to me for 4 hours. I don't
Yeah.
want it back until after 4 hours.
And this is the thing. And when you get off your phone, and we said this second show, I think, when you get off your phone and you look at the world around you, you learn to appreciate the world around you a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think the main point that we want to take from the effects of social media, yes, it has its positive effects. It also has very negative effects as well, because it links back to the instant gratification mindset. It plays a big part in it. I feel like I gave the PS5 analogy, but if we're being realistic and we're linking it to genuinely what we do, it'd be TikTok and Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah. Be like,
And Netflix.
it's as simple as you're sitting there at your desk on your phone, on TikTok, Instagram, Netflix, whatever you're doing, and you have your revisions sat there in front of you. You're like, revise or carry on social
And
media.
it's like, 5
It's
minutes
a
here.
subconscious
5 minutes.
decision.
5 minutes more.
It turns to
Yeah.
15 minutes.
It's
Then
a
it turns to...
subconscious decision that you make in your head. I'll just go on TikTok. Forget revision. It's not that deep. And I think that's something we need to work on.
But I have to
100%.
put this through, yeah. But like, back, do you not remember? Have you not like played sports in the streets? You know, with, like all your neighbors. You know.
Yeah, I
Like
did that during
football and stuff.
lockdown, and it was
Yeah.
really
Like,
good.
I'm like saying that when you're like 6,
Young,
7.
young.
Oh no,
Really
I
young.
wasn't really.
I feel like I loved lockdown because
Yeah.
I was kind of forced to just be with the people who was like in my street.
Yeah.
So like as the lockdown was easing and you still couldn't really go out, I used to play a lot, like when I say a lot, with my neighbours. And I used to play cricket with them on the patch of grass outside.
Mm-hmm.
We used to it just felt a lot more like community then,
Yeah,
which
it
kind
does.
of sounds crazy.
Lockdown brought us all together.
Do you guys know
Yeah.
what Kirby is?
Kirby?
We-
Yeah.
That's all we used to play. Kirby, and I used to be on my bike and go up and down the street, and we'd make like little racing games, and it's
Yeah.
like, and we'd see I remember lockdown was actually really good weather as well.
It was really
Yeah.
nice. I
So-
feel like that's what I remember, the sun and just playing
And
on
this is the thing,
street.
we take the goodness from all the hardships, because of course COVID was a big thing and it affected so many people around the world, and it had
Yeah.
very big impacts, and
Yeah.
it wasn't the best thing ever. But then we look back and we just say alhamdulillah, because now look at us.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, yeah.
We have these memories that we can hold on to. Yes,
Yeah.
there were bad memories, but there were also really good memories.
Yeah.
And so everything does happen
Wait,
for a
wait,
reason.
I do.
Ramadan lockdown was the best.
Oh, yeah.
I remember praying Tarawih with my family.
Yeah, my brother started doing Tarawih, I remember.
Yeah, and
That was the best.
one thing that I will always take from that Ramadan was my mom used to buy me and my brother sweets, and then we used to keep them in like a little like safe place inside our rooms, and we would only touch them right after Tarawih. And then after Tarawih, we'd all sit around the table as a family and do, what was it, riddles. We'd just do riddles, and that's it. It sounds weird, I know, but
No,
we'd,
no, no,
we'd pull up Google and type in hardest riddles to da da da.
No, but like I loved those traditions.
Yeah, like sitting together in the family, like and doing stuff. I remember,
Mm-hmm.
because I play board games quite a lot. I used to.
Yeah.
Like nobody gets time, and my brother's gone
Of
now.
course. I feel like, yeah, we're all growing up as well. It's
Yeah.
important to understand that. And also, I want to say one thing. Your family has seen you grow up. They know you better than anyone,
Yeah.
okay? Like, I know, like, one thing I say, my mom's always been right about my friends. Like, every friend that she's told me, okay, look, I feel like they're influencing you too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's always been right.
I feel like
and
a lot of mums have this superpower.
Exactly. Every mum out there has got that superpower, that just telekinesis power, that they know who's good and who's bad. But your family know you better than anyone. So if they're telling you not to do something, it's not because they're trying to be hard on you. It's because they care.
Yeah.
There is one important thing I want to tell the tell the listeners though. Spend as much time with your family, because
please.
you will never get that time back.
You will never
and
get that
you
time
will
back.
regret it your entire life.
And that's the worst thing to feel, regret and guilt. Yeah.
If like let's say like, because I know like all these like younger generation, yeah, like the parents.
We are the younger generation.
I mean, you know what I mean, with like the 6-year-olds and stuff. But like when they call you like to play you something, or like, you know, when they want to spend quality time, like, no, I want to watch my iPad.
It's like, okay, your parents won't be on this earth for a very long time. And it's their first
Only
time
Allah-
living.
only
Only
Allah
Allah
knows.
can bring life and take life.
I think also
Yeah.
not just spending time with of course, spending time with your family, but just take every second that you have got, just spend it doing something that's useful, you know?
100%.
Of course,
Look.
relax, enjoy, don't burn yourself out, but also spend it doing things that are going to be beneficial for you.
Because your iPad and your phone and whatnot,
They'll always be
they'll
there.
always be there, but your family won't.
And also, I want to say, I know as teenagers, I know I've done this a couple of times, just stayed upstairs in my room.
Oh,
And just stayed upstairs in my room,
Yeah.
sit on my bed, do whatever. If you're going to be on your phone, do it whilst you're next to your family. It's just the presence there alone
yeah.
can change someone's mood.
Eventually, you just get off your phone and
And
start
just
talking
start
to them.
talking to your family. Like, I feel like when my grandparents come over on Saturday and they sit there and tell me about their lives of the past and what they went through and some of the hardships they went through as well, it gives you a bigger perspective on how different their life was to us and
Yeah.
how lucky we are. But then it also makes you understand them a bit more, understand the people around you, get to know your family. I know that sounds weird.
You don't really know.
You
like,
don't know
you
your
know
family.
Them for example, for me, the 17 years I've lived, they have
Yeah.
lived so many years before that, and it's important you take the lessons that they have learned in life because they've gone through everything that you are going through. So take the advice that they're gonna give you because, I mean, they've lived through it.
Learn to
I hate
understand.
to break you, Mahek, but I think we are coming to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
I'm gonna go
See,
to-
time flies, you know. When you're
time
having fun.
flies.
Yeah.
But-
Guys, this is our second to last show.
Second to last
so
show.
make sure you tune in next week.
Next week.
Last show.
I'm really excited for our last show.
Me too. I'm really excited for our last show. And please call in and message as well. I'm going to remind everyone for the studio line, and then we'll go into your initiate. The
We'll
studio
do our
line.
take home key points. as well.
Yes. Well, the studio line is 0116 4822086 and text on 077 488 55055.
Make sure you guys call and message in for next time.
Inshallah.
So our take-home key points for this week will be resilience, which growth comes with effort. Challenge yourself, be kind, and avoid comparisons. Comparison is the thief of joy. Just remember that. Support system. Surround yourself with caring people, and talking always helps, whether that's to your friends, to your family, or even on the musalla to Allah. Fake news. before you believe or share things, because if it's not confirmed or relevant, then just ignore it. Social media, use it wisely, and as it influences your time, your careers, and your mindset. And remember, it shows highlights, not the struggles. So that's been me, Zainab.
That's been me, Meher.
I think let's skip on the nasheeds because
Of course. Okay, that's fine then.
That's fine.
do you think I can do nasheed in 15 seconds?
No,
Probably not, but
Probably not.
Jazakallah for everyone
But, yeah,
listening and watching as
yeah.
well. And inshallah, do tune in for the next show, because that will actually be our final show.
Yeah.
Ramadan has gone very quickly. So Jazakallah everyone who listened and watched.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu
Walaikum
alaikum.